All right, hey everybody, and welcome to this session on the basics of your 3D printer. So teachers and students, appreciate you guys coming back. Hope you're having a great time with your printers. Today we're going to talk about the elements of the 3D printer just to refresh your memory, where the axes are, the stepper motors, those kinds of things. My name's Rick LaPlante. I'm from Woodrow Wilson High School's School of Engineering. I'm down here at the TBK workshop, and so we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to remind everybody is the parts of the printer. So this video is really going to focus just on the parts. So we're going to start with the extruder, and you can see the extruder here. If you remember from our class, this is the section of the machine that will push the filament, which is stored right up here, into the hot end. So we talked about filament, the extruder, and your hot end. And remember, the hot end is the important part to stay clear of, because that could be upwards of 400 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit when the printer is turned on. So from your extruder, filament goes through the extruder into the hot end, and it comes out the nozzle, which is at the bottom, and that is what's going to lay out your plastic on your heat bed. So heat bed, this is the plate. Also remember that when the printer is on, the heat bed can be upwards of about 180 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So when it's on, you certainly don't want to be putting your hands on it like I am right now. So the heat bed is where your 3D print model is going to be built. And if you remember from class, we build those things layer by layer, starting at the bottom and working our way up. It's built in a 3-axis because it's a 3D model. So it stands for the x-axis, which is right here, the y-axis, which on the Ender Pro, your printer, moves the actual bed plate. So you'll notice that the print head cannot move in the y-axis. The bed plate, the heat bed itself, actually will move in the y-axis. And then we have the z-axis, which is these two arms here, where the entire print head will be moved up as your print gets taller and taller. So X, Y, Z axis makes up your 3D, the 3 axes of your 3D model. Last couple of things we want to talk about your printer here. Of course, your on-off switch. If you have a hard time finding that, we'll remind everybody, right next to your power cord, on-off switch. When the printer is on, you should see lights here. The screen should light up on your control panel. Last couple of things, over here on this side, you'll notice that we have a mini USB port and a micro SD card slot. This micro SD card slot is where you are going to put your micro SD that contains your drawing files or your G-code files that you're going to be printing. As we talked about in class, the mini USB cable is only used in the use case where you want to print directly to the printer from your computer. So I hope that reminds everybody about the pieces. In our next set of videos, we'll talk about the specific menu items you may want to refresh yourself with. So have a great day.